Congresswoman, it is so confusing. I'm getting whiplash, between, and I can imagine parents, and kids, they send their kids to school without masks, and then they find out, okay, well, then there's the stay, and then, okay, now we have to put on masks. How do we make sense of this confusion?
Yeah, unfortunately, Governor Hochul is a petty tyrant in New York now. The CDC has actually indicated that masks are not necessary for young children. And the Supreme Court, which is the trial level court in Nassau County, which is Long Island, actually ruled that these are unconstitutional. And instead of accepting the ruling of the court or looking into the science on this, of what our children have been due, many of them have spent a third of their life behind masks and not really learning, especially communication cues when you can talk to each other, especially young children and children with special needs. The governor immediately reacted by saying that she was going to appeal the ruling. And by appealing the ruling, that automatically put the stay in place. And so the judges are acting swiftly on this. It'll go to the upper levels of court. But in the meantime, Kathy Hochul, our governor, continued to extend this mandate. And, so much has come out. Even CDC guidance says these cloth masks and the improper wearing of masks aren't going to make a difference. The Omicron variant, although it's very contagious, it is not severe. And the least vulnerable population are our children. And they're actually being harmed. This is 2 years of masking for very young children in the very early stages of development. And you'll hear from people all around, whether speech pathologists and others, that this is not good for our children psychologically or in their development.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could just see how it's affecting them, and some of the images, some of the videos we've seen of them just screaming and crying and emotional. I mean, there's just so many of these layers to this. What do you say to those who are obviously the focus is freedom to choose, to wear a mask or not to do it? Where does this road go now? Where do we head? Are we in this holding pattern? Because, as you mentioned, Governor Hochul, she got that stay, or she's interpreting it as the stay, but then she also extended it, Congresswoman, to February 10th. She also pushed it back a week, too.
I think she just likes the power and control, and she is convinced. She walks around with this vaxxed necklace. She's obsessed with the vaccine.
Yeah, I see that all the time. Right.
I support the vaccine. If it's safe for an individual and their parent and their family, the children especially, and you think that you're okay with taking the vaccine, then by all means do it. But this vax mandate for people who have underlying conditions that can't take the vaccine for one reason or another, or what we're finding out now, something that people got banned from the internet for last year, we're finding out that people who have actually contracted COVID-19 actually have stronger immunity than people who get the vaccine. And so, the choice of whether to wear a mask or not is you protecting yourself and protecting others. And so a lot of people are, you're not going to, tell people that you got to wear the mask, and you're wearing a cloth mask that most children don't wear properly, by the way. I want to focus on the children, because when Governor Hochul did this, she put really our school districts on, a real confusing path. And as you say, parents came in and they didn't know what to do, and they want their rights. People are tired of the mask. People are tired of the authoritarianism in New York. And I hope that people learn this is what the Democrats' new reset is all about. It's about taking over. And I served in the New York State legislature. It's worse now than ever. They're all about controlling and manipulating the people and taking your money, by the way, too. I just hope that the science will rule in this case, and we'll see that our children have a choice, and our young children especially are not going to continue to be masked.
Well, you keep up the good fight, and we'll be watching this very, very closely. Thank you so much, Congresswoman Tenney. We really appreciate it. Thank you.